Last series, we revealed how lampposts can kill. And how plucky entrepreneur Guy Wadsworth was doing something about it with his special energy-absorbing lamppost. But what about signposts? The ones holding up big signs look every bit as unyielding as a traditional lamppost. Not surprising, then, that collisions with signposts kill or seriously injure nearly as many people every year as collisions with lampposts. Traditionally, the approach has been to stop people driving into signposts with crash barriers. But they're expensive and not necessarily that great to have a crash with either. Much better to make passively safe road signs like that safer lamppost. Black Country company Signpost Solutions sells just such a thing. And when they and engineers Mott MacDonald saw our lamppost programme, they wanted to test their signpost too. And at an even higher speed. But before we test its impact-absorbing qualities, let's see how a traditional signpost behaves. We've erected one here, complete with its very solid-seeming 140mm diameter steel post. And up there's a remote-control Vauxhall Astra, which we're going to crash head-on into the post at 65 miles an hour.
OK, I've just checked we have a steering function.
The car will be driven using one of our well-proven remote control installations, guided from a chase car following closely behind. The post didn't stop the car in its tracks, but as it bent over, it decelerated the car violently, rotating it and flipping it over onto its roof. Closer inspection of the wreckage revealed the power of the impact, the post penetrating deep into the car, literally smashing the engine. The forces involved as the car slowed violently, then twisted round and turned over, would mean serious injuries and possibly death for those inside. The post, though flattened by the smash, remained firmly fixed in its concrete mounting. Surely signposts don't need to be as tough as this. Next, the safer signpost. Rather than steel, it's made out of a special kind of aluminium mesh. It's designed to be strong under static or bending loads from the top, so it can hold the weight of the sign for years on end and cope with strong winds. But when it's hit by a sudden impact at low level, like the shear forces resulting from the sudden impact of a car, it just gives way. Or at least that's the idea.
It will absorb energy. It's a lightweight construction. Absorb, it goes like that, bends, it will go over the roof. It will not go far because it's lightweight, not much energy in it, and it will fall down behind the car.
Rather than a brave entrepreneur driving the car that'll hit the signpost, this time we have a brave stuntman, Steve Trulier. He'll be driving another Vauxhall Astra into the post at 65 miles an hour. Though he'll be wearing a crash helmet, other than that, both he and the car are unmodified. Steve is a veteran of London's Burning, Saving Private Ryan, and numerous Bond films. So if this aluminium post is as safe as they claim, this should be one of his least risky jobs ever. Reputations on the line, the company directors have come to see whether their creation will stand up to this high-speed test. Things didn't go entirely to plan. Though the car stayed on the ground and wasn't slowed anything like as violently as in the first test, on impact the post was supposed to shear off at the base and fly over the top of the car, the driver feeling virtually no resistance. It actually behaved somewhat differently. It's a good shot, bang in the middle, but I bet you felt it.
Yeah, I did feel it. Harder than I expected it to be, actually. A lot harder.
Did you feel any deceleration at all? Or?
Yeah, quite a big deceleration as I hit the post. It felt as if it wasn't going to give way, and then it broke and eased up. That was 62 miles, 65 miles an hour.
But you are nevertheless here, and...
I'm here and I'm absolutely fine, thank you.
So that's good. Though Steve is okay, this was a valuable test for the company and the designers. The 3 bolts which held the post should have broken cleanly away, but one remained in position. So, did that behave exactly as you expected?
No. It went under the car, but it functioned. Normally it goes over the car. Actually, it's very interesting because it shows how important the energy absorbing abilities and the bending abilities is. By the way it goes, it has to absorb and bend, and flattened out beautifully, and I saw the driver come out without a scratch, so I'm happy. If that would have been somebody else on the road, we have again saved their life.
The mounting may not have behaved exactly as predicted in this particular test, but the aluminium post was still far more forgiving than a traditional steel one. Meaning that if you crash into one of these, you're far more likely to survive than if you crash into one of these.